What up, guys? Alright, so back with another video. So around today is what, Wednesday? The 30th? So Monday, Monday, let's see, why is this already? On Monday the 28th, I went back home again to pick my dad up to take him to a doctor's appointment. And when I got, the parents keep their TVs on the news. When I got there, they were talking about the Nashville bomber, and that's when I heard that he was in the RV. So there was no search for him. They found him in bits and pieces, and I was like, oh boy, wow. I wonder why. And then I started wondering what was the reason for, what was the motive, and for the suicide. And so wasn't really paying much attention. Got my dad. We were walking out, and as we were walking out, they said that he had already signed over his house. I'm like, wow. I have to do a video eventually when I get back home. So I'm back home. And first video, so this is gonna be a twofer. The first video is just gonna be a better footage of the bomb going off, and then CNN they have another video. What we know about the Nashville bombing suspect. I'll watch that all in one video here. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, don't need that to go off on me. And let's get it.
There is new video out of Nashville, Tennessee, showing the moment that bomb went off on Christmas Day. This is police body camera video released last night. The officer in the video was helping to clear the streets when an RV exploded. The footage also shows the chaos that followed what is now known to be a suicide bombing. Investigators have revealed some of the suspects' actions.
Oh, they're not going to show?
They continue to search for a motive this morning. Mola Langi is in Nashville.
The FBI is piecing together who the suspected bomber was before the explosion. Prior to the Christmas morning blast that injured 3 people, Anthony Warner deeded his house to someone and gave someone else his car, telling them he had cancer. The FBI is investigating Warner's medical records to see if that's true. David Roush is director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Clearly, there had to be some precipitating event that caused the action.
Newly released police body cam footage shows the eerie scene before the bombing as a warning message plays.
Oh, there's the RV.
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Did that say Purge?
Moments later, the RV explodes. Then officers begin guiding bystanders away from the scene.
You guys okay?
No, I guess.
Where's your car? I do. Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
Authorities are also combing through the 63-year-old's credit card records, which appear to show purchases of security alarms and chemical precursors, material possibly used to make a homemade bomb. Rick Lottie says he lived near Warner for nearly a decade. He spoke with the suspect 4 days before the bombing.
I asked him, is Santa going to bring you anything good for Christmas? And he smiled, and he said, oh yeah, I'm going to be famous. Nashville and the world will never forget me.
Lottie, the neighbor there, says that Warner was a recluse who never seemed to be close to any of his neighbors. After a tense few days here in Nashville, officials have been trying to reassure the public that the city is safe, that there are no known threats out there. Meanwhile, Jerika, the FBI says Warner acted alone.
All right, Mola, thank you.
Yo! And in the video, so he's gonna be famous? He told his neighbor that he was gonna be famous? What? Let's go to this other one. And then in the recording, it says something about a purge. I'm pretty sure I saw the word purge down there. Hold on.
That's so weird.
I'm sure I saw okay, yeah.
That's like something out of a movie. Like the Purge?
Oh,
The FBI is...
The Purge? Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Batman. Like the Purge. What did it say right before that? That's so weird. Oh, no. This is the cop talking. Okay. This is the cop talking. Okay, I thought that was the video. You can barely hear the video.
Out of a movie. Like The Purge? Yeah.
Moments later.
Evacuate now. Okay. And there were explaining it like The Purge. They were what's the word I'm looking for? Comparing it. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is about a 6-minute video. Yo.
This afternoon, President-elect Joe Biden thanked emergency workers who responded to the Christmas explosion that heavily damaged part of downtown Nashville. Aside from a White House statement Friday morning thanking first responders, President Trump has yet to comment publicly on the suspected suicide bombing. And CNN Shimon Prokupecz is following the investigation. Shimon, what more are you learning at this hour?
Yeah, so investigators continue to work through this, looking for that motive. Now we have a neighbor of the bomber who tells CNN that in his last conversation with the bomber a week ago on Monday, the bomber said to him, "I'm going to be so famous, Nashville will never forget me."
Wow.
Tonight, days after the explosion that rocked downtown Nashville, investigators are still trying to determine the motive of 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner. This dramatic video showing the RV exploding, shattering windows, damaging more than 40 storefronts, and injuring at least 8 people. None of them seriously. New CNN video from the scene shows the destruction. FBI agents and ATF agents sifting through mountains of debris in the street. Fire alarms still sounding within buildings.
He was not on our radar. He was not someone that was that was identified as a person of interest for the Bureau, and so we were not familiar with this individual until this incident.
Warner was killed in the blast. Investigators identified him by matching DNA collected at the scene with gloves and a hat found in a vehicle Warner owned. According to authorities, the RV's vehicle identification number recovered from the scene was a key piece of evidence that led them to identify Warner. Authorities searched Warner's home over the weekend. Warner was a computer consultant and said he planned to retire this month, one of his clients told CNN. Neighbor described him as a hermit who sort of kept to himself. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation confirmed that Warner's mother has been cooperating with investigators. Warner's father was once employed by AT&T, and the agency is looking into whether that may be relevant to the motive. AT&T is the parent company of CNN. The RV had been parked outside of an AT&T building in the early hours of Christmas morning. Authorities say when it began to play the song Downtown by Petula Clark and broadcasting an audio message that a bomb would detonate in a matter of minutes. Police initially responded to the scene because of reports of gunfire, but quickly sprang into action and evacuated residents after hearing the RV's message.
I just see orange, and then I hear a loud boom, and as I'm stumbling, because it rocked me that hard.
And Jim, today we got our first look at the scene, the blast site where this RV exploding, and certainly the pictures from that street, from that area, are remarkable. You can see the destruction in all of the buildings, cars that were just melted down, paint melted off of the cars. FBI agents and ATF agents and local officials have been going through debris, looking for evidence. All of this is in an effort to identify what kind of explosive was used here.
Just a nightmare scene there. Shimon Prokupecz, thank you very much. And we're joined now by the mayor of Nashville, John Cooper. Mayor Cooper, thanks so much for joining us. What stands out to you as investigators learn more about this suspected suicide bomber? It seems the details are coming in slowly at this point.
Well, thank you for having me on. I think the investigation has actually had a lot of momentum. I mean, we're just a day or two afterwards, and we know it's Anthony Warner. We don't know what the motivation is, but we're pretty confident the FBI and the ATF will be able to speak to motivation and time. We're grateful that there wasn't more loss. I mean, to have few casualties with a explosion of that size is amazing. It's a gift. It's a little bit of a Christmas miracle in a way, but Nashville will come back stronger than ever.
And you said that we may know more in time from investigators about a motive behind this. Are you aware that they may be closing in on revealing that motivation to the public?
No, I'm not getting ahead of the investigation. I'm just saying you have several hundred very talented investigators here in Nashville, and they've got experience and they're doing a great job. And look at the progress that was made since Friday morning. You mean a massive, large explosion, and here we are on Monday, and we know who did it, and we just don't know why. That adds to the mystery. But with this number of talented people, I think they're going to get to the bottom of it.
And President-elect Biden made remarks about this attack today, thanking the first responders. As you know, President Trump has not made any public comments about this. As of this morning, you said you hadn't spoken with the president. Have you heard directly from him yet? And what do you make of this silence about this?
Well, I did speak with our Senator Blackburn today, who did tell me that she talked directly to the president about it, and certainly wanted to support Nashville's recovery, which is an important thing. We need to move on and get to rebuilding.
Shouldn't he be calling you, though?
I think she has been in contact with the president.
Well, it's nice that he called out to Marsha Blackburn, a member of his own party, but don't you think he should be reaching out to the mayor of the city where this happened?
Well, he's welcome to. I know Senator Blackburn is very close to him, so that's completely understandable. And I think he's also talked to our governor, Bill Lee.
But nothing to you?
Well...
Okay, so they're on politics now, so, yeah. Oh, just... Sorry for the edit. My camera cut itself off, so I was just sitting here talking, and it didn't record anything after... Yeah, I stopped the video. So let's continue on. Okay, so he is confirmed. They confirmed him deceased, blown up. They matched his DNA to gloves and a hat, assumed from his property. And yeah, so he signed over his house. He told his neighbor that he was going to be famous forever in Nashville. And then I think they said that he planned on retiring in the coming months. From where though? Then I saw in another video snippet where I was searching to see what I wanted to react to. At the beginning of that one, they said that his dad used to work for AT&T. So I want to know what is they keep bringing up AT&T in some other places. So I want to know what's the connection between him and AT&T other than his father. What did his father get laid off? Was it a bad time for him as a kid? Did it leave a bad taste with the family or something? I don't know. Then they said he was a hermit, so he was an introvert. He was to himself. I mean, there's nothing you really can do about something like that or someone like that because you won't see it coming. Because I'm pretty sure he never posed a threat to anyone in that particular way, a bombing way. Pretty sure he never raised suspicions. Maybe. I watched the show on ID, on the ID network. You know, I can't think of Stranger Lives Here or something. They always say there had to have been signs. But the only people that would know about any signs are the people that were closest to him. And who were that? Who were they? You know, his parents? Did he have siblings? If he was a hermit, I'm pretty sure he probably didn't have many friends, if he had any at all. So, yeah, this is just a whole sad situation, and they're doing this investigation, and the sad part is that we may never know why, because the one person that can tell us is, crispy right now. And maybe he left something. I mean, the only thing that you could hope to find is he left a note or something like that. But other than that, yeah, there's no way to know. So yeah, that's my reaction to all of this. I'll keep an eye out if I see something interesting to continue to react on with this. I'll make another video. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. I have to do something a little bit more upbeat. I need to laugh. So I'm going to watch a cyberpunk glitches and bug video next. That'll be coming next. See you guys there.